everyone, and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin. So sorry about that.
Keep up when pain persists.
I muted it, and I don't know where my commercial is coming from.
Compared to leading OTC branded pain relievers, with just one pill,
pain relievers.
Up to
I have
12
no
hours.
idea.
Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you.
Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I am from Clovis, California. Thank you for joining me. I had too many YouTube videos tabs open. One, I was setting up, and then I went to another one, and I was looking up something for a customer. And anyway, today is bingo, and I'm really excited about it. I'll show you what my shirt says in a minute. Has anybody seen this shirt? It's super cute, and Easter's upon us, so I thought this was fun, even though it's not really Easter. It says, "My ducks may not be in a row, but," here it is, "but at least they are having fun." Isn't that cute? Kind of look Eastery, springy, so I had to wear it today. So I have another Easter one for next week that I'm going to wear. It's a different shirt that I've had for a little while. Anyway, so today is bingo. Now, do not look over there because that is tomorrow's video. Tomorrow is going to be a long video also, 2 nights in a row. It's going to be unboxing, and I'm super excited about it. But I did tell you that I was going to show you something, and I'm going to show you one of the Glimmer pens. So I'll show you that in just a bit. Let's just do some quick announcements. I know some people need their numbers, so I'll glance in a second. I did get everybody's message. I'm going to look on my phone because, you know, if I switch away from here and go to my email, I'll be way behind. So I'm going to make sure that oh, my mail says I'm going live now. Okay. So if you still want to join, you can. I'm going to show you some things and go over a quick few things, and then we'll get started. Okay. So, busy day. All right. So first, let's announce today, of course, is bingo. I still have kits available. This was the bonus card, and you will get your kit for this, and then the 4 projects we do today. If they had them for sale. Oh, the markers, no, they are not. No, they don't have them yet, except in the scrapbook kit, the virtual retreat scrapbook kit. So that's where I got this. And so I was going to show it to you. So no, they are not available yet. So that is it. So I know I'm excited about for the unboxing too. I don't even have it ready. You can see I have all my magnets and my pouches and everything, but still there's my stamps and dies I haven't looked at. My paper, I took it out, put it in, and set it, like I literally just moved everything over there before this video. And I just went out and told my husband when I refilled my drink, I haven't even gotten my stamps and my pouches put together yet. I think he thinks unboxings tonight. But anyway, so there are kits still available. There's only a handful. So if you are interested in tonight's bingo, there's a link below, or you can go to my blog here and go through there. It'll say classes bingo, and you can follow that. When you do your registration form, below that is your PayPal. You just hit that to pay. Somebody did message me. They did not they couldn't figure out how to pay. And so I sent you an invoice. Okay, so you check your email. Okay, so let's see. I'm watching live from, hi Maureen, welcome. Thanks for watching. Okay, so there's that. I also am going to show you last month. I still have a handful of kits. I'm going to show them to you just in case you're interested. You can go ahead and register. I know this is going to sound weird. You can register tonight for May's bingo, but in the notes section, put I want March bingo kits. Okay, and then I will fix my quantity after and do that. And so I'll give you that way I can get it out in the mail to you. Bingo will be shipped out tomorrow. It's ready to go, not sealed in case I make a mistake. And that's ready to go. So let's, Barb will give you your numbers in just a minute. Let me get my announcements out of the way. So here's quickly, today is March 25th, which is our bingo. May 20th is the next bingo. Remember, I do not do bingo in April. Usually I'm switching over catalogs, I'm pulling stuff, and I'm doing all of that. So it gets a little crazy. And so I decided to take April off. Well, now that it's a smaller catalog, it's a little bit different. However, I am still going on the incentive trip, and we do family stuff, and it's just a very busy month for us. So, and I'm trying to get swaps done. I go to a retreat, and anyway, so that being said, I'm still going to stay with no bingo in April. Paper share with add-ons. Yes, I am doing one. It will be coming soon. I just wanted to put that out there so that you guys know it was coming. Yay. Let's see. Hi, Krista. Welcome. Okay, so that's that. Paper share. Let's see. I had something else. Ooh, did I put up the product of the month? Let's see. Oh, that's still last month. So product of the month, there's a new one coming, and you do not want to miss it. Okay, it is going to be fantastic. I think it's the best one we've had. So I'm excited about that. I've been MIA. Why are you doing that? You look so much younger, Marcie. Oh, thanks, Cynthia. Actually, I changed my makeup, number one, and I'm using a lash serum because my lashes are the worst in the world. Worst. It takes me forever to do my mascara. And so I think that's helping. But anyway, that's probably it. But thank you. Let's see. I'm probably just because I'm really happy because I got my pre-order. Okay, so the other thing is, if you have joined my blog over here and you want a new catalog, you are somebody that doesn't have a demonstrator, please, if you already have a demonstrator, reach out to them and make sure you're on their list. Our list closes this weekend, so you can get your catalogs. So please, if you have not registered to receive a catalog, okay, so you can go and register and be part of my blog, which you'll get notifications and you'll get the newsletters and such. You want to register for catalog. If you don't already have a demonstrator to get one, please, we do pay for shipping and the catalog. So let me show you. I know I put it on here real quick. Catalog, where did you go? Oh, there we go. So when you go to my blog, at the top, that second row right there below the bingo and classes, it says request a catalog. So you want to go there. And then below the button on the right side that says shop, when you go down a little farther, there's a subscribe there. And it'll also pop up when you're on the blog. And then that's where you're going to want to subscribe to get newsletter and blog updates and things like that. Also, I just announced I am doing flat rate boxes. I have already 9 of them right here ready to go. And I have more to do. My husband was so sweet last night. He came in, and as I'm looking up stuff to see what's retired and gone, we pulled stuff. So you'll notice, oh, you can't see. Well, where my machine is here was a bunch of stamps. And there was a bunch over there, which there's still some. Those are the ones I'm keeping. And so there's a lot. And I put them in the larger boxes, so you will get some 6x6 paper and 12x12. And tons of other stuff, including ink, markers. There's some blends in there. I mean, they're in all the boxes. I just kept throwing stuff in. And embellishments and card kits from past classes and bingos and such like that. All right, it's a busy day, so we're going to get going. Barb, let me look at your numbers real quick. Okay. Oh, how funny. I think I printed this list before I put it in alphabetical order, so you're going to have to bear with me. All right, Barb. Let's see. You said, are your numbers 2, 5, 10, 22, 25? Yes, they are. Yes. Liked and shared. Thank you. Well, I need the impression plate. I really like it, and I'll show you again. If you look at my video on the little unboxing video that we did when I came back from on stage, I show some samples of what they look different with the impression plate and without. I think it's what, $11. I totally think it's worth it. So check it out. Look at the video and you'll kind of see. Let's see. Okay, does anybody else need their numbers while you're right here? Are the containers behind you from IKEA, do you hold the new stamp and die packaging? Oh, do they? Yes, they do. So I have my dies in this one right here because there's less. And then I have the stamps in these two. Remember, some have dies, some don't. That's why there's two right there. I may end up having to add a third one and move my dies down because we got a lot of stuff in over here. So we got to see. Product of the month. Do you need the impressions for that? No, I don't think so. I don't think you do. Are mine. Okay, shaky. Okay. All right. What is your first name again? For Sharky. Hi, Yvonne. Welcome. Hi, Crystal. Okay, so Sharky, you're going to have to give me your name again. I got to write it on my little cheat sheet I have over here because that's how I remember when people have different names. Then I'll remember. So 169. So just give me your name and then I'll look it up for you. Okay, so let me show you really quickly last month's bingo cards, just in case you want the kit. Like I said, go to May's Bingo, just write in there, pay for it, everything like that. And then just say, this is for Marcia's kits. Okay, so here's one. Here's two. Here's three. Here's four. I believe this was March. Now I'm losing my mind. It could have been February for all I remember, but this kit, I have some available. Lisa. Okay, Lisa, let me look. Oh, okay, so I have 6, 9, 10, 25, 27. Okay, so I looked at the last name and now it's making sense. 6, 9, 10, 25, 27. All right, so this one is still available. Also, I ended up with, after cutting all of my paper share, February kit, thank you. So that's the February kit. So just say you want the February kit. Thank you so much. I saw that I had extra and thought, oh, I might as well just go for it. So the last paper share that we did, excuse me, the last paper share that we did, I have 3 paper shares. One has all the labels on it with the ribbon and the embellishments. All together, this is $75 for all of this. So if you want that, just message me and I'll invoice you. And then I have 2 paper shares left, and they don't have labels on them. And the way our labels work on the printer that I have, I would have to redo them all, which I can, but just you'll have to give me a little break on some time to get that done, which should be by this weekend, and I can get them out to you. So those things are still available if you're interested. So 2 paper shares by themselves, and then a paper share with the embellishments and ribbon. Okay. All right. I think we are ready. Does anybody else need their numbers? Okay. Lisa wants one of the kits. Lisa, do you want the one with the add-ons, the $75, or with all of everything, or do you want just the DSP, which is $40? And I can send them with you with your bingo. All right, we are going to get started. Oh, you guys want to see the glimmer real quick first? Let's just do that and get it out of the way because I'll forget. And I told you guys I would do it today, and a couple people asked. So let's zoom down here. All right, so here it is. I haven't even taken it out of the package yet. I just took it out right now. And so it's going to be like the Glimmer, the Wink of Stella. You're going to want to take your ring off, okay? I'm going to put that back on. Now, I haven't used these. I mean, I used the one at On Stage. So let's take a look and see what it does here. So I'm going to shake it up. You want to make sure you get all of the mica, which is all the glittery part in there, and you want to, the add-ons are all of the new embellishments that came out at that same paper share, and also the new ribbons. Embellishments and ribbons that were new during that release. All right, so I think that's good enough. So we're just gonna try this. Ooh, that lid is on tight. Okay, there we go. So, like a Wink of Stella, I'm thinking we're gonna squeeze right here. It says push right there, and it's rubber. So this is my bad hand, so let me get a little second here. I don't want to squish too much and have it all come out. I think it's more like a squish, like a pump, because once I did it a third time, I started kind of seeing that bubble right there. Okay, see, now I can start seeing it come out of the pen. This is obviously the golden glow. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And it's silver inside with the gold. Or at least it looks like it's silver. Let's see. All right, I'm going to squeeze for a bit. It's starting to come out. Oh. My brush still has white on it. Ooh, that is pretty. Can you imagine just adding a few little lines here and there on your projects? Look how pretty that is. Oh no, this doesn't do it justice. In person, it's absolutely beautiful. I don't think you can really see. Oh, maybe right there a little bit. It is really, really pretty. All right, so that is... you know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to put my ring back on because this is for I got it because I'm doing the virtual, I know, my first one, the virtual scrapbook. I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to put this back in and just hold on to, well, you know, I'm probably going to use it before then again, but it is very, very pretty. All right. So there we go. It is really pretty. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see it right there. Really, really pretty. So there's that. And now let's start bingo. Yay. It looks like everybody has their numbers. So we are going to start project number 1, which is one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. Hi, Maria. Welcome. So we are going to be using the Help Me Grow, which is this suite, which I love. Why is this so, oh, because I have a bunch of pieces. Look, I have a bunch of pieces in there. So I'm like, why is it so thick? So we're going to use this one, which I love, Help Me Grow. If you don't have it, you're going to want it. Look at this card. Isn't that cute? Of course, when I created this card, these were still current, and you know, I'm going to use what I have that matches. So, because chances are you probably have it too, but look at this. And it's going to be an easel card. How cute is that? So, super cute. You still have room to do your writing, and a cute little easel card that's from the garden. So that's what we're going to make right now. So you're going to get a kit. Oh, you know what? Let me back up 2 seconds here because we do have somebody, a couple people that are brand new. So we're going to make a card first, and then we're going to do bingo. We're going to make the card. I'm going to show you how to do it. You don't have your kits, which I've already told you, you won't get until they'll ship out tomorrow, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to come back and there's going to be a timestamp below, and it's going to say project 1, project 2. You just click on that. It'll take you to that card right away. You can skip all the talk at the beginning. You can skip all the bingo numbers and all that kind of stuff and just go to the projects and create them at your leisure when you want, because this video will stay live, okay? When you win bingo, when you play bingo, you're going to put a B in the comment. When I call a number, if a 5 is one of your numbers and I call 5, you want to write B in there and hit enter, okay? Then you're going to type B, I am be ready. When your second number is called, so let's say it's a 3, and then you're going to hit enter. And now what pops up is BI. So I know you have 2. And then continue on until bingo. Now, when you are ready for bingo, you're going to put that BINGO and wait. As soon as you see your number, hit enter, and you want to be the first person, because then you will win the $100 shopping in my Stampin' Up store. And how that works is you will send me your list, and it can be as much as you want. And the first $100 I will pay for. Okay, so you're paying the fee for bingo and your projects. Bingo is free. Okay, so you're not paying for bingo and project. You're paying for your projects and your video. Bingo is free. We can't charge for gambling. There's no gambling, no anything like that. But I am going to reward you with $100, and you give me your order. I'll put it in my system. I'll take a screenshot of the total. I'll email that back to you with an invoice of the difference. And then once you pay that, I submit your order, it's shipped directly to you. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. The second thing is, if you win and you're a consolation winner, which means you won the second bingo, you said bingo second, you're going to get a consolation prize. And I have a great prize to go out to everybody, any consolation winners. But you don't have to take it. You can say, I want to continue on and try for the bingo, because it's happened where they have won the bingo multiple times. And so that's up to you if you want the consolation prize or continue trying for a bingo. A consolation prize is usually, it could be an extra stamp, embellishments, whatever. A lot of times I accidentally order a couple of things, or I might order something for my helper she already has, or I have extra because whatever reason. And so it's usually something current. So I usually don't give retired stuff away for consolation. And you don't pull live chat all the way to the right. Yes, thank you. So if you happen to walk away, leave your computer going. If you switch to another screen, if you're checking your email or checking your Facebook or whatever, and you come back or go to the bathroom, whatever, make sure you grab the bar that goes across the bottom and pull it all the way over to your right side. That way you're current with us, because I hate starting a new card and then I see somebody say B, and I'm like, oh no, they're so far behind. And you're not going to hear me tell you that until your bingo's done and your the project's done, and all that. So make sure you pull that over and you stay current, and you should be good to go. If you have questions, please ask. You can also send me a message on Facebook if you need to, because it will pop up on my phone, and we can take care of that then. Okay, Paula. Sorry, let me write something on here really quick. Paula, just give me your numbers, please, when you get a minute. All right, so, actually, I can get them right here. All right, let's get going. So I think that covers everything, but if you have questions, just ask. All right, so here we go. You're going to get your kit like this. It says Project 1 right here. And you are going to pull that out. And we're going to start on the inside. I just slide all of this over, and we're going to start. So let me just show you what it looks like. All right. We are going to, it already has the fold and everything on there. So we're first going to add our 2 layers right here. Actually, we're going to take our white layer and we're going to add our dirt first. So take your 2 pieces of dirt All right, we are going to layer them up. And what I like to do is layer the first one down. Let me get myself a silicone mat. All right, I'm going to lay it on just like that. And I'm going to go right to about here and just put a little bend so that you know where you're going to put your glue. All right, I'm going to use liquid. And I'm going to put it towards the bottom. Don't go all the way to the top. You don't need to. And we need to be able to put our plants and things in there, and we need to slide that other one behind. So let's go ahead and lay our first dirt. I love this set. It is so much fun. All right, then we're going to take the second one. Now see, this one's cut pretty close. If you want, move it down. I think I'm going to move it and put this one so they look different. All right, so I'm going to go like here. I'm going to put a little bend, and then I'm going to add my glue here. Now this one, you can go a little higher. You only have one little plant right here that is going to tuck under there. And if you do it right away, you can take care of that right away. Now, what I'm going to do is grab my two ends. I'm going to go under this corner over here, and I'm going to slide it to get it to go. Oops. Need my pokey tool. This little guy's hanging down. Okay. Now, you might feel that you want to cut some of that off too. It's totally up to you. Let's see how this works without cutting it. Okay, so you can slide it down there and get it in. I want to have some space because we're putting plants right there. All right, and you don't have to worry about either side. As long as this is flat, then it's dirt, right? You can push this back in a little farther if you want, which I do. Lift that up, push that down. There we go. And we're going to be trimming off both sides, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's do that now. Let's see. Let's just use the large ones. No grandbabies tonight, but I told my husband, I said, before I announce it, I'm doing my unboxing tomorrow because tomorrow's baseball. My son coaches, so we will have the little one, but it's only for about an hour and a half, but he gets here about 2:30 and he leaves right about 4, and that's when I'm going to do the unboxing. Oops, don't lose your gems like I was going to. And that's when okay, don't throw these away. When you cut these off, keep them. So I was going to do it at 4 o'clock, and he said, yeah, I'll be here, no worries, but my son should be here by then. All right, so there we go. There's our dirt. Okay. If you want to, you can start doing everything now, but I want to adhere this inside first, and then I'll play with it. We left plenty of room in the back, and we didn't put glue all the way up, so we should be good. Oh, Paula, yours was for February. Okay, I didn't see that. Perfect, thank you. All right, so let's take this, and we're going to add this on. Even though you can't see, I can tell this is crooked at the bottom, so I'm going to move it over. There we go. Much better. And then we'll go ahead and adhere this inside. All right, there's that. Now, let's get our green. We want 3 little green leafy things here. There's 3 in here. I know there is, I counted. So here's 3. Now you're going to notice they look a little bit different, okay? These 2 look the same, and you should have a 3rd one different. Do you include a PDF in the kit or just the video? I don't do PDF for bingo. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring this one over here, I do the fuller one. And so I'm just going to make sure I have some room to slide that in. Okay, I'm going to just make sure I have room. And then I'm going to add that on here. All right. Of course, May's Bingo is going to have all the new stuff, so hopefully you'll participate in that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, wait until you guys see the stuff tomorrow. Of course, I told myself, oh, you know, it's only going to be around for X amount of time. Okay, you can lift this up and kind of bend it back a little bit to get that paper to go up. I'm going to put it right about there. And I'm going to pull it up. I want all my leaves to poke out. You just need the tiny bit underneath your grass. And this is just part of the paper. I just cut a green paper that was on the back side. And then same with this one. I'm going to take this one. My classes, I do a PDF and a video, but for Bingo, I don't. All right, so this is going to go right inside here. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to get our shovel. So you want the shovel and the handle. And for video purposes, so this moves along, I am going to take my seal and put it right here on the edge. You don't need very much. Right there. Or you could put it on the back of this, either one. And I want it you just want it on the edge, because if you look, you want to have that handle part right there showing, right? Cardstock pre-scored, yes. You're going to get just exactly what you see here with the card kit. So really the only thing you should probably need to do is do a sentiment. Once in a while, I might say, you know, if I have to stamp something versus having a die cut, which can be challenging sometimes for Bingo. But rarely do I do that. Say just add any kind of flower, whatever flower you have or whatever, you know, that you need to add right there. But usually everything is included. All right, so then we're going to do you're going to add our minis on here. Mini dimensionals. So that's why you just need a little bit right here, just enough to hold it to put it together. And then I'm going to do one on each side and one on each side at the bottom, because you'll see that mark in the middle and it folds right there. So I'm just going to do this so you can kind of fold your shovel if you want to give it just that little bit. And then of course you're going to put it down and it's going to be flat, but you're still going to see a little bit of curve right there. All right, the next thing though, before we do that, is we want to add our little string right here. Okay, so our little shovel string. So we're going to take our shovel string right here, and I want it to go this way. Okay, think of that it's turned over. I want it to go here. So the top right side is where you're going to do a little tiny snip. Okay, I'm going to do it just like right about there. Okay, so right about that much down. Let me see right here, you can see better. Okay, so just that much. And what we're going to do with that is we are going to put it through here. Okay, so it looks like it's handling, and the cut is behind the handle. Okay, now this is very tiny to add a dimensional on, so you're not going to. You're going to add glue right at the bottom, right there at the bottom where the little knot is. Let's see, there we go. Where the little knot is there on that. We're going to bring this back in. I'm going to hold that rope right where I want it, because you don't have glue at the top, it's just at the bottom. But now we're going to put our shovel into, oh, you know what, you guys? I did not put dimensionals. Now that I'm putting this in, I don't put dimensionals on this part because I forgot it's the inside of the card. But we're going to put them on the handle. Okay, so don't put them here. Put them, see, this is why you watch first and then you do it. We're going to add glue here because it's going to go down. And then I'm going to add a little bit there because it looks like there's a divider right there. I want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Then we're going to add our shovel right behind the plant and in the dirt. Okay. Let's see, I kind of lay it down. Let me see if I can do this right. Just kind of lay it behind the plant and just lay wherever, whatever works for you. Oh, except the glue I just got on there. And then I need to turn my little rope here. And you want your rope to hang down. There we go. So you have your adhesive right there. And this is still sticking up, okay? And you have your adhesive that's holding it down. Your little rope right there holding down. And then this is going to be burnished. It's already scored, just fold it down, okay? Now this is what's going to hold up and go right here. So let's finish that part now. All right, so we're going to move everything aside. Now you have this extra dirt right here, but you also have this piece right here. So you're going to use either or, okay? So whatever fits, but keep the extra just, you know, in case you want to use it for whatever. All right, we're going to add our two pieces together here for the front. So this came from the gallery. What is that called? Gallery. I can't remember the paper right now. But this one came from that. This one came from that. This one is from the Cajun Craze, which I think is the, is it the Regals or Neutrals maybe? It's where it's that family paper that I call family paper. The 6x6 paper, and that is the Cajun Craze. Oh, here it is right here. You'll see the other side. See the one with the flowers on it? That family paper. So the other side makes perfect terracotta plant pots. All right, this one again came from that set too, I believe. And I liked the background. And I had a lot of it because I did a bingo with that paper. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to put our pots together. Oh, you know what? Let's just get our sentiment done. That'll be right here. I used the Sunshine and Tulips. Now this is something you would have to do yourself. So if you have this set, this is what I use, but whatever sentiment you want. I did, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. And we do have some flowers on, we're going to, on one of the pots. So, and I'm going to stamp it in Early Espresso. Oh, thanks, Paula. Then give me your numbers. I can add you to bingo. And just go ahead and go in and pay. I'll see it come through. All right, so we're going to do this. The if is very close to the top because of the Y on the U. Okay, so very close. Oh, I even went a little too far to the left. All right, let's turn it over. Oh, you know what? I have another circle right here. Oh, I don't know if it's the right size, though. Let's see. This one has stitching. You know what? Okay, so I'm going to use this one because I have it in front of me. It's going to be a lot less. The one that I screwed up on, I didn't make an extra, which, oh, it's right here, which gave you a bigger border. Oh, if I put it on the brown, I think it'll be okay. So let's just go for it. And I like to bring this in so I can see the full circle. That was my issue. So I can see that it's more in the middle and my F is on the page. Okay, so you can see how I can see the white around it so I can see where it's at. And that's much better because I use this behind it. It's so much better. All right. So that's stamped in early espresso. That's the only stamping you need to do. Because we used the DSP, look at your DSP. Pick out stuff that's got texture on it. And this has like two-tone flowers on it. And what is the reverse side of that? I don't know. See, just look at your, let's see if you can see it. See how it's got the peach and the white? So look through your paper and just say, okay, what looks like leaves? What looks like something that I could use for flowers? That is the best way to do it because you're not cutting up cardstock for just a little piece of paper. You're using your DSP, which you want to do, right? You want to use your DSP. So use it and use the scraps. Can you imagine? I have this, and this. That's all I need for the flowers. And so look at what a little piece that would have been for a scrap piece of paper. All right, so that is, we're going to put aside. That goes there. All right, the next thing I did is I used this paper, okay, same gallery paper, but then I took the Daisy embossing folder and I embossed it for you because I was going to have you guys just use whatever embossing folder you have to just add some texture, but I had to use the Daisy one because look how cute that is. And it looks like one of those pots you get in the store, right? Okay, so now I gave you this. You could either cut it in half or let's see if these work. These are whatever size, I had that I knew was long enough for this, but these would possibly work also. So let's think if we're going to put our dirt in here. This one might be a tad short. So let's see what this one does. That looks like it's short too, but I wouldn't get rid of it because you could use them. Let's see, I think this one's the same size. Well, yeah, of course it is. It's the same die. I mean, if you pushed it up all the way, you could probably get away with it, but I like to have the dirt corner to corner. So we're going to cut this in half, which is what my original plan was. You're going to cut your piece in half, kind of make it even. You want to make sure you have enough to go down, okay? What I do is I'm going to cut and I'm going to round this corner just so it looks like the dirt is going downward. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit for you guys. Come on. There we go. A little bit better. Okay, so maybe a little better. And then I'm going to bring my light over a little more. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put this there so I can see my edge go to the edge of this slit. So see how there's a slit in there? That's where you want it to come up. That's okay. Carrie, we just started. We haven't even done a bingo yet. This is our first card. So we're going to go right here. And then we're going to go over here. And so right past this mark, I'm going to go down again. And it might be too much or not enough, I should say, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. And I think it's going to be okay. Let's see. It might not be enough. I might have to cut a little bit more, but let's see. So we're going to come back here and slide your dirt in. Don't force it. You don't want your, yeah, I'm gonna cut this a little bit more. You don't want your bucket to break. Okay, so I'm gonna come back in and do a little bit more. You just kind of want it to look natural. All right, you're gonna bring it up from the back. There we go. And now, that's all you need is just a little bit of dirt. Okay, at first I did it without dirt and I was like, no, I want dirt. Okay, I want this one over here on this other side to slant down just a little bit more. Not the edge here, but just the top here. So I'm just gonna kind of bring it down a little bit more. Not make it so pointy right there. All right, there we go. I think that looks better, more natural. and put your dirt in there. All right, so now there's our pot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it right here on the top, and I'm just going to go underneath and do just a light little glue right across right there, just at the bottom of that dirt, which is why you want to give yourself enough space. And I'm going to even push this down a little bit further. I want to see the bucket, the back of the bucket, even though the leaves are going to cover it up. It's all right. All right, we're going to leave that one. And now we've got this long piece here. So remember, when you cut these in half, you want to give yourself a little room to, because you got to put some glue on there. All right, and now we're going to bring this bucket in. Now, you're going to want, I glued it, but now I'm going to take my pokey tool and just carefully go right here in the center, because you want to get that plant down there. Okay, so that one's good. This one, definitely going to have to go right here and fix this one. And then this one happened to be the edge of the die. So let's take a look here. We're going to put that there and come over here. And I'm going to go up and about right here. Let's see if that works. Same thing. Get that up there. All right, push that one down, push this one up. There we go. And I like it just a little bit, just enough to see the dirt. All right, so now hold it again. And this time I'll just add a little glue on the left and the right, not in the center, which is either way. It's just as easy to take your pokey tool and just kind of give it a little nudge right there. Okay, so there's that one. Now we're going to take our green plant here and get it put in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue right here, but I'm also going to put it at the top portion of these leaves and even up the stem just a little bit. All right. So you don't need a whole lot, because we're going to secure it with dimensionals when we put it down. So just put that. I want the leaves out front. Okay, I just put glue everywhere. I want this leaf here. We're just going to clean up our mess because Marcie can't, forgot it was up the stem. All right. And sometimes I just do it with my finger to get the big part off, and then just come in and get that little, so that you don't have a whole lot showing. All right, so there's that one. So we'll put this right there, let that one dry. And then let's bring this one in. Now this one is only gonna go up. You only need the stem. So once you put your stem in there. So I like to put it down a ways because I wanna put a little glue right there too. And so you could either pull it forward and put it on, or I like to put it down so that it goes down in the back. Oops, I laid my scissors right on my dimensionals that don't have the cover on them, silly me. All right, so I'm gonna go up and just right there. And this one, I'm gonna pull back, and we know that I didn't put glue in the middle. I just have to find this spot. And I'm going to go to where that second leaf right there that is attached, so that it has a little support there. But you also have this in the back that you're gonna have it on dimensionals anyway, so don't worry about that. All right, we're going to work on that one because we need to add our flowers. All right, so, but we also need to add the bottom of our pot. So now you should have your 3 flowers left, your gems, and the bottom of your pot. So the bottom of your pot's gonna go inside, and then that's gonna be on the front. And you can see a line just lightly from the die right there. And that's where I put this at. So I'm just gonna put this right here across the bottom. Let me wipe this off. It works so much better when it's clean. All right, just put that across. You only need a little bit because remember, you're using dimensionals to adhere everything. All right, now I'm going to put it here and push down and slide it. And it's going to go right about there where that line is at. I'm going to set it down and I'm going to straighten it out. And then I take my pokey tool or whatever and I just kind of push it down. Okay, so now your pot is set to go. All right, now we need our flowers. So think about where you want your flowers at. Again, you've got different flowers. This is one of each, I believe. So even these are different. Okay, the circles do not come out. They're, oh gosh, come on. They're just kind of a little, like a little C shaped right there. So those don't come out, but they are different. So this one goes up like that. And then this one is like a triangle like that. So whatever, I mean, even if you did two of the same, doesn't matter. All right, so I'm going to put this one up here and I'm going to put them like this. And then this one, I'm going to put this way over here, hanging down. And then this one, I'm going to put over here. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue on, let's see, this one, this, and this. And a little here probably. All right, where are my tweezers? Now we're getting serious here. All right, you're going to grab the corner. So I didn't put any glue on this one right here. You can, but I didn't feel the need. I'm just going to put those right here. All right. This one, let me move this one. We'll do the one on the right first. I'm going to grab it right here on the bottom right because there's really no glue on this one. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on everything else. Okay, you want enough to where it's going to stick because dimensionals aren't sticking to this part. All right, so we're going to put this right here. And I want it like right here, but down far enough because we're going to still put this one. So if you wanted to lay this one up here, you can lay it up like that. Oops. Like that. Basically, these two flowers here are going to be up on this top leaf. And this one is going to go on this little branch. And I'll show you it again in a second. So let's do this one like this. Okay, so there are those. Now this one, see this one right here? We're going to put these two right on top of that, and this one right here is going to go right there. So I'm going to grab this top flower because that's the one that you're not, it's not adhering to anything. And if you put glue on it and it doesn't adhere, don't worry about it. You're going to put dimensionals behind these. All right, so we're going to put this one here and this one right there. So put those there and that there. Oops, I'm going to angle them a little more out. Like that. Okay, so there we go. So there's that. So let's move that out of the glue area. So now what we're going to do is take this one and turn it over. And we need to put our dimensionals on it. Isn't this fun? I really like this card. It's a little work, but if you cut yourself a bunch of your dirt, it will go so far with all the little stuff that you need to do. Okay, I'm going to put one right here so my dirt and my pot stay together, even though I put glue on it. And I also don't want it to get, crazy. I'm going to put one right here, which is at the bottom of the stem. Just helps my thought that it's going to stay there. And then these two, I'm going to put on the bottom that's going to hold your little pot on and the little pot tray at the bottom. Now, you're going to need to add mini dimensionals. So I'm going to bring in my minis and just put them where you can. So I am going to put, I start out first with the larger spots, like these big leaves. All right, and then this big leaf. And then I'm going to do this large one that's poking out here. I'm going to do one down below. This is really dainty. You don't want this to get caught on anything. So I just maybe go over a little overboard, but that's okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take some minis that I have here that don't have the backing off. And I have some that are cut in half. Oops. And I'm going to take these and put them like on these flowers right here. Like I'm going to do this one right here. And they probably could have been a little smaller, but it's okay. We're going to try. I'm going to put this one here. And then this one that looks pretty small. I'll put this one over here. So just kind of check it when you turn it over. Make sure, like I can see this tip right here, but I'll just cut it. This little tiny tip. There we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we need to take the backings off of the little ones that I did because those had the backing still on. All right, and I feel like that's good. Okay, so let's bring our card in. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and adhere it to the front of the card now. Now remember, when you adhere this to the front of the card, you are only attaching it down at the bottom. The other thing you want to do is, I always do it on the white, not the card base, because you want to make sure it's going to, you don't have to go up too far. And you could measure it and everything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do liquid, because this is a movable card. I leave quite a bit of space around the outside. It's not going to come off. All right. Now I think it's clogged, but I've got plenty of glue on there. There's my clog. Okay. All right, now we're going to lay this down on the white because I like to see it. I'm going to turn this guy over, move that guy off, wipe my glue up. And now we're going to turn it over. Now we can put this on, bring this. I like the darker down like it's the ground. This doesn't have glue. Hold it down and then just take your card and put it on like you normally would. This one is like a smidge off. Let me fix that. All right, so there we go. There's, now you've got your border around.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, off. It scared me. Okay, now we're going to put our sentiment on. So let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on that. I don't know why that thing thinks I'm saying something to it when I don't even say anything close to what the name is. All right, so I'm going to put my sentiment first because I kind of know where I want it to go. Just give it a little bit of space on the top and on the right. All right, now we can put this plant on because it's going in the back. So we're going to put this right about there. Oh, that's a little... Come on. Okay, I'm going to put it it's really not that much to think about, but apparently I'm feeling like I want it just perfect. Okay, so there's that. Now, this one, think about where you want it and how you want it. We don't want to put dimensionals right here because it's going to layer up next to it, okay? So everything else should have dimensionals on it. So let's, oh, let me silence my... Where did the brown DSP come from? The brown DSP. This one came from the gallery 6x6 paper. And this one came from the family paper. This is the Cajun Craze color. All right, so now let's put our dimensionals. This one we don't want, but this one we do. And I'm going to put one in the middle because I don't have this one. We'll do that. And then I'm going to put minis. All right, we'll just get our minis here. And I try to go as close to the outside edge as I can, just because you can't, I know you can't go all the way up. So if I would have just put one in the middle, it wouldn't have like been as secure. Starting a new pack is funny because you don't have anywhere to put your finger to hold the minis down when you're pulling them. I am going to put one right here though too, but towards this side for that leaf. And it's kind of a long strip there. All right. And I think that's it. All right. So we're going to add glue right here. You don't need a whole lot. We're going to bring our card back in. The layer on the front. Oh, this one. I think it also came from the gallery set, if I remember correctly. It's the one with the like the Cajun Craze tree kind of looking. I showed it a little bit earlier. So now see how I like that whole pot showing right there, whereas this one I kind of covered it up. So I think I'm just going to go up, and I don't mind but I am going to cover the corner. My words being covered up a little bit. There's that one. And now we're going to use our Cajun Craze. Let me stick these on before I stick my arm in them. Our Cajun Craze gems here. So I'm going to do a large, a medium. Oh, I'm sorry. I do the large and the small together. What am I thinking? I'm going to do the medium up here, and I'm going to do the small down here. All right, there we go. So there we go. We just have our little card. Now this one here, actually I laid it down a little more, and my plant is closer over to the left. So think about that. You want that to be able to lay down farther, but then my handle would have been off. So just move your plant, move your plants over just a little bit more if you want that handle to fold down, but you really don't have to. All right, so there you go. There is card number 1. So yay. So much fun. If you just get your dirt cut and your plants, like I said, like on that one set, I just have a bunch of stuff already cut. And then I can just kind of create with it and figure it out. So that one was a whole lot of fun. Okay, Paula, let me look real quick at my thing here. Oh, here we go. All right, Paula, your numbers. Okay, I've got them. All right, we're ready for our first bingo. Yay! Finally, I know lots of updates today, lots of announcements, and some new people. So thank you everybody for being patient. All right, so here we go. I really care for this bundle. That's why I see your card. Oh, thanks, Barb. Fantastic card. So much detail. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, I really like it. I like it because it's not, I mean, it could be sympathy. It could be thinking of you. I mean, there's so many things you could do this for. And I think that it is nice that it's something different than flowers. Although I love flowers, it just gives you something a little bit different that you don't have to always have flowers. You can do something different. So I liked it. All right, let's go. Make sure your bar is all the way pulled over to the right and you're ready to go. Number 20. Now you'll notice at the beginning I go a little fast because obviously there's not enough people to have, bingo quite yet. So then I start slowing down when people start getting close so we can kind of get through this. 21. 23. Lots of bees already popping up. 3. Number 1. Number 7. Number 6. All right. Sarah has a BI. Crystal has BI. Number 22. Ooh, some BINs. How did everyone get a B before you called it? Make sure that your bar at the bottom is all the way to the right because everybody is on the same thing. Number 10. So BIN, Marvin, Cindy already, and Sarah. So Lisa, just make sure that's pulled all the way to the right and then you should be caught up. Like Nancy says, you could do a refresh, but make sure you also make sure that's all the way to the right. All right, 18. Oh, I'm looking at my screen. I want to make sure that you guys can see the numbers. Yeah. All right, 24. Ooh, Barbara has a BIN now. 13. 4. Sometimes we can go through numbers really quickly and sometimes we are almost done before we get a bingo. Ooh, Sarah has a BING. 27. Okay, so I already put that down before I saw that, so I'm going to wait and slow down a bit. For those of you that are new too, my video is a little ahead. I do the bar at the bottom, Sarah, that you pull over, like if you want to move forward in a video. Or if you want to scroll back in the video, you want to pull that all the way to the right and make sure that you're all the way caught up to the live timing. And so I'm a little bit ahead because of closed captions. It makes your video like have a lag a little bit. Linda has a BING. Okay, number 8. Now you'll see me slow down because there's quite a couple people on. Barbara has a BING. Now I'm pausing because I'm explaining on the video. I can see that I'm behind. Number 6. Oh, sorry, that is a number 9. Gotta look for my little dragonflies, which way they're going. The red bar above your chat, yes. Well, it depends. If you're on the computer, your chat's on the right. Okay, Cindy has a B-I-N-G. Ooh, Lisa now has a B-I-N-G. Leslie, B-I-N. Stephanie, B-I-N-G. Here's your next number, 15. Ooh, we got some coming in with just B-Eyes. Make sure you guys have your bars all the way pulled over. So I just put number 15 down. And the next number is 17. Why I slowed down right here is a lot of times because you guys are behind me. And if you call bingo here, and I've already put 2 more numbers down, then I get a lot of people calling bingo, and technically it's already been over. So that's why I slowed down a little bit right here, just to make sure that this number's down and, you know, if somebody calls it bingo or not, because then other people get it when it really wasn't a bingo, and it just kind of makes sense. All right, number 12. I have my next number already. Oh, see, Leslie just got a bingo. Let me look up your numbers. All right, hold on one second. Leslie, did you already register? You didn't register just tonight, did you? I don't know why I don't see your name, so I'm going to go look on my thing just to make sure here. Leslie, when I don't show you participating this month unless it's under a different name. I'm looking just in case. You registered earlier. Earlier today? Let me look. Sorry guys, I'm looking real quick here. I don't know why let me see if it put a space in your name. I just want to continue on if I can't find it. Okay, I don't know why. Let me try something. Hold on one second. I'm going to go over to my other screen here. I don't think so, Cheryl, because I just put Maze up. But my computer is extremely slow right now. Yep, I sure have it. So let me look. I don't know what happened. But I also put these in alphabetical order and they didn't come out alphabetical order. So let me check your numbers here. All right, I have 3, 9, sorry about that, Leslie, 12, 15, and 24. All right, Leslie, you have our first bingo. Let's see. I do not know why it didn't pop up. I apologize, but I have you down. And it does say March bingo. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, because you paid February 18th. Thank you. All right, congratulations to Leslie. Yay! I'm telling you, when I put these in order too today, and I printed, for whatever reason, they're not in alphabetical order anymore either. Today is just crazy. All right, so we have project number 2. Are you ready? So Leslie, just send me your order. Okay, so something I have to quickly tell you. Your order cannot be pre-order items, even if you're a demonstrator, because I've already maxed my pre-order items, and plus I can't do that anyway. And I didn't max them all, I didn't buy everything, but so yeah, I can't do that, but I can do anything else that you need. All right, here we go. Card number 2 is just so fun, light and airy, and the sentiment I think could be lots of different things that you might want. So this is our card number 2. And I put a little flower on the inside. So here's your kit. This one's going to be faster and easier, I promise. Somebody just asked me, can you still do bingo right now? Yes, you can. You just will not qualify for the first bingo, of course. But you will still get all the kits, and yes. All right, so this one we're doing horizontal. Let's move everything on the top. I try to give you everything in the order, kind of, if that makes sense to you. Except, so your papers on the inside that need to go on the inside. If I give you papers you need to cut, I put that usually behind. So if I gave you white extra paper or anything, which I will be doing in one of these cards. So first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and attach our white, basic white. And the measurements for these are 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then 4 by 5 1/4. That was the same on the plant one too. All right. Center this the best you can. All right, so there's that, and easy peasy. Put that inside. Remember that your card is horizontal. How many times do you do it like this and then you turn it? Not so bad in this case, but sometimes not what you wanted. So I try to do the inside first, looking at the card, knowing, okay, this is horizontal. I'm going to put the flowers aside, and we'll do those last, just because I want to make sure we have everything right. Now you're going to take your 2 pieces. This is done with the brick embossing folder, and already embossed for you, of course. Now you're going to take these two. All right, so cloud cover, love, love, love it. Totally up to you. I have stripes on the one side and I have the leaves on the other. And so this one I did with the leaves because I use stripes a lot. So I decided I'm going to do leaves. And this goes edge to edge. So I'm just going to go here again. Where did my, oh, here it is. I'm going to lay that out and then just kind of fold that up a little bit so I know how far I want to go. I'm going to do seal. Here to here. You want to put that in the middle. Right about there. It's the same color as the paper in the background, so it can be a little tricky. So just kind of take your time doing that. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off now because it is way too long for this, and this is going to be as long as it is for this. They should be side to side. If it's slightly off, then I trim it. So this one actually looks pretty good. If it's a little bit off and this is too short, then I'll just trim a little teeny tiny piece off the edge so that it looks white, because then what's going to happen is you're going to put it on here. And if this was too short, it would be like that, and you would see that white line right there, which I don't like. But, you know, some people, it doesn't bother them. Me, it does. Then you're going to use glue because we're going onto an embossing folder. And the embossing folder, there's really no up or down. I think this looks better because you've got all this rough stuff here and the brick more up here. Whereas if I had it here, it would go over a lot of the brick. So I'm going to turn it this way. Move my flowers out of the way so I don't lose them. But this has to go on right way because you're going to look at your leaves and the branches, and that's going to tell you which way it goes. Okay, so I put a light load first, and then I go a little thicker because we are going onto an embossing folder, and I want to make sure that it sticks. All right, I'm going to bring this in, and I have my leaves up. I have this over here, which is what I wanted. So totally up to you. I think the brick is really good about going either way. All right. Looks straight. I don't always put stuff on, you know, to measure it exactly straight, but that looks really good to me. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to our cloud cover. Now I'm going to do it in seal first because of our video. Normally I would do it only in liquid, but I'm going to help it hold while we move on and finish the project. So, and then I'm just going to add glue in the middle. The glue will keep it from going anywhere, and the seal will help hold it so it doesn't wiggle around and it can be finished. All right, so we've got our liquid in the middle and our seal. All right, now we can put this onto our card base. Look how fast this is going. All right, let's put this on our card base. I should have told you the first card is going to be a little more time consuming. The rest, fairly easy. All right, so there is that. Now, let's do our stamping. And what we wanted to do with this one, and we used the, let me see if I pulled the dies out, the new dies that are scalloped wishes. So we're using scalloped wishes for the larger one. And oh, there's two sets on here. So, you know, kind of probably goes about like that because I use them a lot. Anything with shapes like this, I'm going to use a lot. I get two. When I do so many kits for a class or bingo or anything like that, it's just easier to do two at a time and be done. All right, so we're going to do the large one. And then I did, this circle comes out of the middle of the large one. Okay, so this is where that comes from. So I had to do it in this color and then again in white. So let's stamp this. And then I had to do it again to get our beautiful frame. Look at that. Doesn't that look like it could be a crown? Like, let's just make it a crown. So pretty. All right, so we're going to stamp, and we're going to stamp thinking of you. And this is in black. I tend to, when there's a lot of light on the cards and the card bases are pretty light, I like to use a darker, bolder font. So we're going to use, or not necessarily a darker, bolder font, but ink. All right, so there's our black. Yay. So that's done. You guys have a baby wipe holder for your baby wipes? I use baby wipes a lot, but they have to be Costco brand. The Costco brand doesn't leave lint all over your projects, and it just looks like this. So this is that noise you guys always hear that it's like, I just filled it up, but it's like this, and then this is weighted, so it holds them down, and you can just pop them out like that. And so that's what that noise is. So when it's down like this, and I'm one-handed over there, and I just grab it. So they're great. They stay wet, and they're really, really nice. That holder is really nice to have. And the brand is OXO, and I got it off Amazon. All right, so there's our sentiment. That's all we need there. And now we are going to bring this back in. Let's put this together first. Let's put this. Now remember, this circle came from here. Okay, so this is going to be glued down because it's the exact same size as this is. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to glue it in the middle. Now, if you wanted to, you could definitely use the adhesive. Where did you find the wipe holder? Oh yeah, on Amazon. Are the scallop frame dice neat? No. Let me think now. No, I think those are available now. Isn't that funny? Things are coming and going so fast, and I got to pre-order some items because it was of on stage. But no, I think these were the March online exclusives. So they're available now. They're beautiful. And look at, you even get this beautiful dragonfly, which is, my team is the dragonflies, so I love it. All right, so we're gonna add, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add glue like right below that little circle, because there's plenty of space right there, not a lot, but that's where a little dab is gonna go, which is gonna be a little bit more than what I'm gonna put around the outside. And I'm just gonna put a tiny, tiny line. All right, so I go a little tiny line because there is dots right there, but you're really not gonna see them. But now I want to align this. So I'm looking at this side, and I'm looking at the right side, and I'm looking at the top center and the bottom center. So I want this and this and this and this to be pretty even all the way around. Okay, because it does follow the same things. All right, now we're going to take this, and I'm going to do liquid so I can move it around a little bit if I need to. So I'm just going to do it like that. Doesn't need a whole lot. I'm going to drop it in there and just wiggle it. You just don't want to see the color behind it. And then I like to hold it up just to make sure I can see it directly. I mean, you'll barely see an edge, and that's just because of the die cut is there. So you want it to be right there in the center where you want it. Now, I did not pop it up. I was trying to go for something a little, I mean, you have a lot going on with all the glimmer. I didn't think we needed to pop it up. So I'm going to glue it down so that it's a nice friendly mailing card, because your flowers are going to be popped up. And then you've got your wings for your dragonfly, which I pop them up, but they're going to go a little flat in the mail. Is that cut out of glitter paper? It's our Glimmer paper, yes. Yes, it sure is. It's the one that comes with the blue sheets, the Peace, I think it's called Peace Glimmer or something. But yeah. All right, so yeah, and like I said, you guys, use Costco, and they do mail if you don't have one close by. But you want to do a little bit more because it's got, I do a little heavier because it's going on to embossed. They do ship. I'm sure you have to have a membership though, I think. But they're totally worth it. I would get 2 cases. They'll last you quite a while. All right, I want this in the center. So this one you can tell I had the stripe down farther. It doesn't really matter to me. That's not a big deal. But I want it straight. So I'm kind of making that straight. Okay, it's all liquid. So I just want to make sure it gets in that embossing folder. And I don't like to rub. I just don't want to smear ink or rub my glimmer or anything. So we're going to do that. Now we are going to take our dragonfly. So let's move this off. We have our little dragonfly body. Oh my gosh, look, it even has little line. I don't know if you can see the little lines on the tail. I don't think you can see it, but super cute. And we're going to take out, if you look from the back, you can see that you guys probably have to just poke out a few little pieces there. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of fold it like that in half, but then I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to just make my wings where they pop up a little bit. All right. Pop up. And let me, oops. Sorry, my YouTube just did something really funky. All right, sorry. All right, now let me make sure see, now I got to move my bar over. That's because I switched off. Okay, so now I do it, and some people do it differently. Some people like to put the wings on top. I don't. I like to put the wings underneath so I can see the body. So I'm going to put the body on top. I don't know which way is right, but this is how I like to do it. Just so it just seems like you get more detail like this. If you put it on the top, I don't know. I like to do it where I'm going to put glue right here. I like the head sticking out. You got to have the head sticking out though. So we're going to do, I'm going to hold it with this. The head out, body down. All right, so that's how I like to do it, but I also want the body straight with the wings. Okay, there we go. So that's good. So we'll move that there. All right. All right, so then next thing we're going to do, we're going to bring our card in now. We're going to make our flowers. So actually, we're not bringing the card in yet. To make our flowers, all right, I might have given you guys, yeah, you should have 4. So you'll have 2 larger ones. Let me show you. 2 larger ones and 2 smaller ones. I believe on this die, let me see, you get a large and a small, and they're together on one die. All right, so you're going to do a large and a small. In the front, you're going to do 2 smalls and a large, okay? And you're going to need 3 leaves. You're going to need a leaf for the inside. We'll put that over there for right now, and then do this. So the very first thing I'm going to do is figure out where I want my leaves. So I'm on this leaf right here, this flower, I'm just going to put it like right here, okay? And I don't mind if you see the center of the leaf where the flower is, because if you wanted to do it super close like that, you can. Let's see what it looks like on this one and put it in the middle. You definitely can do that. In fact, let's just do that on this one. And then on this one, I didn't do that, but you'll see the difference. So we can do that because what we're going to do is we're going to add a gem there anyway. So let's add a little bit of glue on these. Okay. And then we're going to take this little guy and put the circle in the middle, like that. So I put too much glue right there and right here. Okay. Wipe that off. Get the extra glue off. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, now this one we're going to do the same thing, which is really going to be this leaf right here. This leaf. And circle in the middle. There we go. All right, so, and then you'll see the other one that I did, it's a little bit different. I'm going to do this one this way. No, I'm not. I like to do the leaf in the middle. We'll put some on this one. Put the leaf in the middle. The circle in the middle. All right, so there's our flowers. And then we can do the inside one right now too, since we're right here. Let's see, the dots from the center of the flowers go everywhere. Yes, they do. The pearl would look so pretty in the center. What is the name of the die and stamp set? Is it available now? Yes, it is Scalloped Wishes. Okay, so here's one thing I want to tell you guys. Scalloped Wishes, this is the die 167452. Going forward with the new stuff, I decided to put a B on it, so I knew it's a bundle, and I'm putting the bundle number from now on, so that way, because I always post it at the bottom, it should be linked below as the bundle number. That way you can just click on it and get it. But that way it's available. And then I put online exclusive, but now I'm also putting May through August, or M through A, so you know which it is. So I'll explain all that tomorrow when you see it. All right, so let's do one more. We're going to do this one. And let's do our leaf this way. And we're going to do our leaf right here. Like I said, we're going to do dimensionals too, so don't worry about it. Right there. Okay. All right, so now let's bring our card in. Let's add our, I saw a couple people join bingo. I will add you as soon as this is done. All right, so let's add our flowers. We're going to do the large one here. We're putting aside. We're gluing that inside, so we don't want to do that. Let's do the little ones. I'm going to add, oh, you know what? I think we can add large dimensionals on all of them. So let's turn them over. Move that aside. And the large dimensionals. Okay, who took them? Who took them? Okay, there. Oh. So many, so many. Oh, that one's done. All right. So we're going to do it, but you want to place it carefully so you don't have it hanging off the outside. Oh yeah, I'm wrong. Use the small or a half of one. This will go on the large one though, I believe. Yes, so a large dimensional will go on the large one. On the small one, you can do a half. So let's just do a half. So we'll do a half here. And so I like doing it because the bigger ones, because you can put your dimensional on both pieces, the flower and the back, the leaves. All right, so we're going to put this one right here. Okay, and I'm kind of focusing on putting them right on the edge. So right here, so it's close to the words, but still there. The large one, I'm going to put this way, right here, because we have a big space right there. And then this one, I'm going to focus this one over this way, but kind of by each other, but not right on top of each other, but close. All right, so there's that. And our dragonfly is going to go directly on the card. All right, so we're going to put him like right here, like he's just getting ready to land somewhere. And then I just lay that down, okay? All right, so there's that. Now our gems, what did I, oh, here they are. I'm like, oh no. And our flower on the inside, let's do that before we do our gems. Add your glue. And I'm going to add it just like this. There's no gem on the inside because you want it to be able to close correctly. So I don't do it on the inside, right? All right, so let's go on the front. You could, there are some flatter ones. If you choose to do the flat ones, that you can do that. What is the name of the, oh, okay, I already gave that to you. Okay, so the large one, I'm going to put down here with a small one. And then I'm going to put a small gem right there. And right here. And right here. And these gems are the pearlized faceted, I believe they're called. Let me see. One of my favorites. Pearlized faceted circles. So these is what they are. And they're so pretty. So we'll use those on that. There you go. That is it. Project number 2. Fairly simple. But it's got that glimmer. It's so pretty. Now this would be a beautiful wedding card if you had the right sentiment in there. And what's fun about this is you can change these 2 colors out to be like the wedding colors, or, you know, think about that, what you want to do. So that is card number 2. Yay. All right, so for those that just joined, I will write you down and we will start bingo. All right, here we go. Thanks, everybody. Good luck. Number 29. Make sure your bar is pulled all the way over, please. I want to make sure you get to play with all of us. Now, who took my pen? All right. Number 3. Number 18. Number 30. Hi, Tanya. Thank you. Number 25. Number 11. Number 7. Somebody just asked if May Bingo registration is open, and yes it is. There's a link below, but if you go to it, please don't forget to move your bar over. Number 4. All right, we've got some BIs. Barbara has BI. Ellen has BIN. Lots of B's. 28. Ellen and Kathy have BIN. Ooh, and Deb. 22. Ooh, Tanya, Linda, Carol, 12. They all have BIN, lots of BINs. Ooh, Linda has a BING, number 26. All right, so I'm going to slow down a little bit. Ellen has BING, Linda has BING. Susan now has a BI, Marva BIN. So now you know I slow down a little bit. I need a quieter bucket. All right, some more BIs. Number 2. Number 8. Ooh, Virginia now has a BING, number 14. Ooh, Carol has a BING. Now remember, I will not be live on Friday because we have bingo tonight, but I will do my unboxing tomorrow at 4 o'clock Pacific time. 27. All right, we've got 4 more BINs. Paula, Marilyn, Barbara, Julie. Oh, Julie has a BIN. All right, I have my next number. Number 13. Oh, Ellen has a bingo and Linda has a bingo. All right, let's look at Ellen first. Ellen came up first. Let's see. Ellen, sorry you guys, my thing's not in alphabetical order. Ellen has 7, 11, 14, 25, and 30. That is a good bingo, Ellen. You won bingo number 2. And let's see, there was a second one. Bingo, bingo. Linda. Linda, let me find you. Okay, we have 4, 7, 11, 22, and 27. So that is also a good bingo, which would get you a consolation prize, or you can continue on and try to win another one of the next 2 bingos. So let me know what you want to do. And we will do that. All right. Congratulations to you both. All right. So good job. Good job. Now we're going to move on to card number 3. All right. So card number 3, I did a thank you so very much card. And I just love this whole suite of the lovely arrangements. So here is the stamp and the dies. All right. Let's see. So Linda, just let me know before I start the next bingo what you want to do. Thanks. Okay, so on this kit, you're going to notice, so this is the lovely arrangement, and I think this one's out of stock right now. It should be hopefully back soon. But I love it, love it, love it. So I wanted to show you, and of course I believe it was in stock when I started my bingo. And on the inside I did white. Sometimes I just like a crisp white. It just depends. You want the consolation. Okay, you got it. I will add it in your bingo package, okay? What you want is, sometimes if it's a lot on the front, sometimes I don't always do the stuff on the inside. If I have extra pieces of paper, if I'm doing, you know, my cutting is right, then I do. But this one, the only paper I would have had would have been this one. And for whatever reason, I just decided not to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I like to show you the option to do it in case that's something you want to do, but you don't have to do it. I'm going to move everything on top to the left. This is your stamping paper. We'll move that over there. And then we have our inside. So let's just go ahead and adhere this together and put it in. Now, when you are cutting your paper, if you have extra, use it. Sometimes when I do different shapes like these two, or if this would have been an extra piece from something and I didn't have extra at the bottom, then I usually, you know, will not do that. Or if I have something stamped or an image like on the last card, I'll put something like that inside. And sometimes I just stamp something else on the inside. So it just depends on what I want to do. What was the consolation prize? Oh, I'll show you guys at the end, unless Linda wants it to be a surprise for her. But I'll show you guys what it is. All right, so we're going to put this in here. Oops, see, I like to bring in my paper. All right. All right, so there's the inside. Now the outside, we're going to start from the bottom. So let's pull our two pieces here and adhere these together. I'm going to move that out of my way. All right, so here's that paper on the other side. I know, don't look, but we had to go with our petal pink color. I love layering up. Now see how it's so dark? I usually don't use that when I do darker pieces, because then I can see the dark on the white. Is it just me because I'm blind, or does this help you guys too? All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to, the next layer is actually these two, and we want these to line up side to side. So we're going to put these two together. And I like to add those on first before we adhere it onto here. That way we know if it's going to fit or what. And then I want this to go side to side, so I'm going to start on one side. Sometimes I forget. Did you see that? I just went to start it, and then I thought, oh, okay, is it side to side, or is it... Sometimes I leave a border on the outside, sometimes I don't. It depends. A lot of times if this is the same color as the border of this one, then I won't, because it's going to, it doesn't really matter. If it's side to side, you're going to see more of the edge. If it's shorter, you know, you can do that too. So it's whatever, you know, you want. I like to, a lot of times I prefer to do side to side, because then you get to see all that print, which I like. All right. Now I probably will do this because I want this pretty close to the middle, but a little down. So I'm going to just follow this line right here. All right, so this is side to side. Perfect. All right, now, same thing. We're going to do this one and add it to that. Now this is a great piece of green paper if you wanted to cut leaves like we did earlier, but on a lighter image. It would be great because it's got a little bit of texture on it. But you're blind too. Me too. All right. My doctor, I probably told you guys this before, my doctor said she's new, a new partner, and she said, because I said something about my eyes being so bad before she examined me, and she said, oh, well, have you thought about, surgery or anything? And I said, well, the doctor said, I don't want to be doing that because later in life, if I need cataracts or glaucoma or whatever surgery, then they're not going to have anything to work with. And she goes, well, we can always hope that you have cataracts and then you can take care of both things at one time. And so I was kind of laughing because I was kind of like, well, that would be nice, but do I really want to wish for cataracts? Not really. And I didn't have them. She goes, well, no, you're going to have to wait. All right, so this one is 1/4 of an inch, not 1/8 of an inch. So you're going to notice you're going to have a little bit more white, but I wanted to bring in that bright white color because we're putting a lot of busyness on the top here. We're going to put this one down here. Notice this is all glued straight down. We're only going to pop up our sentiment and our flowers. So let me show you. We're going to just add these 3 together now. So we have the layer of these 2, the layer of these 2, and the layer of these 2. And this one, it really doesn't matter which way because we're covering most of it up. But I'm going to bring it closer to me. And I'm going to eyeball it. Right about there. That looks good. All right, so I just eyeball it, put it down. And now let's do our sentiment. Don't lose your gems, move those out of the way. All right, so we have our circles here. This is from Stylish Shapes. We are going to do thank you very much. And that came from, let's see, thank you so very much. This one, the lovely arrangement. So we did thank you so very much is what we're doing. So we are going to do this one. And I did that in Secret C. And now you're going to notice that you have your flower at the top, okay? So you want to make sure your text is, down a little bit farther. Hi, Gwen. Okay, so you want to have it a little bit down. And so I'm going to do the thank you pretty much right in the middle, okay, so that we can move it down. I also like to put my silicone mat underneath my ink pad so it's a little more stable and doesn't slide all over. All right, so we're going to do the thank you. I like to put my circle kind of like where I think this line here is in the middle so that I have a guide when I am, it doesn't matter really up and down other than this line and this line kind of being in the middle. But now I know my word can go right on that line. It looks pretty good right there. So Secret C is the ink I'm using. And I'm going to go right here and I'm going to put, looking left to right also to make sure it's fairly centered. All right, so there's that one. And then so very much, we're going to do the same thing, go right underneath it. And give it a little space. We've got quite a bit of space down here, so let's space it out a little bit. But you want it to look like it's the same sentence, so let me make sure my word is on the line there. The center this way doesn't matter so much anymore because now I want it under the words. So I'm going to do it right about there. But when I do it, I want to make sure that it looks still straight. You got to make sure it still, looks. I say somewhat straight because, nobody can ever get it exactly straight. All right. Well, you could. That takes too much work. All right. So there we go. There's that. Put those back there. All right. So we can put that together now. And now we need to do our flower. So to save time, I know you guys have seen me do this flower before. It's bingo. You're going to choose whatever flower you have. This is what I chose, which is Lovely Arrangement. I did the larger flower and the leaf. Okay. You're going to see me use this leaf tomorrow in the unboxing because we're going to look at the ink pads and compare. So hopefully you'll come back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. All right. What I did is I took the light petal pink first and I colored the flower in, except in the middle where the white is. I left that white and I went everything else light petal pink, and then I went dark petal pink, and I just did lines like 3 times around because it's still blending even though you do the dark after the light, and it still kind of blends in with the light. So 3 times I just did the lines. That's it. That's all I did. And then these are the cloud cover. Not on this card, I don't think, but this would be this flower would be perfect to take that gold shimmer pen and just do the little dots in the center. Don't you think that would be really cute? Ooh, it got really windy outside. So this is what your paper is for, but I already have mine done. I did them right before the video because I was like, oh, we don't want to spend time on that. All right, so let's put this together. So let's get your card. Let's do our sentiment. I did not tell it yet, but I'm going to. Linda, do you want me to share the consolation prize, or do you want to be surprised? I can also tell you when I'm going to show it, and you can look away. All right, so let's put this on here. All right, so there's that, and let's add our embellishments. Oops. I say embellishments all the time. I meant dimensionals. Let's add these. So I like to, why I don't know, but I like the top and the bottom, even though it doesn't really matter. It's a bigger circle, so I'm going to put one in the middle. All right, we're going to put this in the middle. Let's see, how did I do this? Because, yeah, we're going to do this right in the middle, right about here. Okay, that looks pretty good. And you can notice is I remember this is a little bit off. I want this down a tad because we need to add our flower still. So we need to still have some room there. All right, we're going to add our flower. So what I'm going to do is figure out which way. I like this double petal and the pointy one to go up there, but this double one, see how this one has a point? That one has 2 little points, but this one has like a split petal. That's the one I want to go down like that. So what I'm going to do is put a dimensional at the top right here because it's going to hang over the label. Let's see this again. This one towards the top. And the rest is going to be glued. You don't have to have that on there, okay? So we're going to put a little bit of glue right here, all right? And then we're going to put this here. Make sure that that dimensional is all the way up so that it can slide right down to where you want it. I'm going to have it go like that. All right, so that's being held there, and there is your, that's glued, but we need to get our leaves on. So let's do that while that glue is still wet. I should have put these on the leaves first. That's okay. Oops, we don't want it on here. Yeah, we don't want it on that one because we are going to slide this here. And you're going to notice you want to make sure it's on your card base. Again, you want it not on this leaf. But on the other two, you're going to slide this right in with the glue, where the glue is at. And get that on there like that. Okay, this one I didn't add my glue, and you probably really don't have to. Oops, especially when you squeeze out too much that you can't see. Okay. All right, so there's that. Now we want to do our embellishments. And see, the other cards are fairly easy. And this was really easy. Stamp those, color that in one color, do another color with just the, you can share it. It will be a surprise for me now. Oh, okay. I'll have to go get it in a minute. All right, so we will put this on here. And I like to put I like to put the big and the small together, and then it doesn't matter what I put anywhere else. So I put one over here earlier, but I'm going to put it up here because there's not enough room up there. I could have even went down with my sentiment a little bit more. If you look at them, this one has a sentiment down even farther. So little more than halfway down would have been like this, but they both look fine. So that will be fine. So there we go. So there's that card. Notice this one that I did first. I didn't do as many. This is 3 around, so you can, I don't know if you can see in person in the video so much, but see how this one seems a lot lighter. In person, it looks really nice. You can see those darker lines, but this one, they kind of bled out just a little more and they look a little thicker. That's because I went around so many times. Okay. So there's that for that one. All right, so I'm going to show you part of it because the other part is just going to be some other things that I put with it, the consolation prize. So let me do bingo real quick. I'm going to put 5 numbers down really fast, and then I'll go get that and show you. All right, so 26, 21, 13, 20. I love it, Stacy. And 12. So there's your first 5 numbers. Let me go grab it. I have to walk around all my flat rate boxes here, so give me a second. Well, it's a good thing that I'm going to show you, because then I can just ask you what colors you want. You get to choose 2 of these little Stampin' Up bags. So we have the blue, and you're going to notice it matches some of our paper. The green, the pink, and the white, which is the hue, hydrangea hue, the new pine one, peaceful pine, I think. I think this is Barely Blush and Golden Gold. So tell me which ones 2 you want. You get 2 of them. And then I will put those in your package. All right, next number 7. And number 6. Don't forget, make sure your little red bar is pulled over. I just hate when I see people not caught up. Number 24. Sarah has a BI, lots of B's. Number 30. Cindy Barb also have BI. 28. All right, so just let me know which 2 when you get time. $11. 18. I think my glue from my arms, my glue, my lotion from my arms are just making a mess right here. All right. Number 25. All right, lots of BIs coming in now. Steph with the BIN, Sarah BIN, Tanya. Number 1. For those of you that are in the US, I hope you got your silly old bear stamp set. I mean, the whole suite is adorable. Number 9. I'm telling you, it's even more impressive in person. Totally more impressive than in person. Number 14. Oh, let's see. Who did I see? Stephanie with the BING and Tanya. Hi, Carol. Carol's coming in with a BIN and Susan. Virginia, Carol, Cindy, Sherry. Let's see. Number 2. Marilyn with the BING now. Number 10. Virginia has BING. All right, mixing them up. All right. 22. Ooh, more BINGs. Getting warm. Already have a number down, so let's see. So Lisa has a BING, Susan, Virginia, Marilyn, number 8. Let's see, Marilyn and, okay, all the other names scrolled up already on me. Ooh, we're getting down. Number 3. Carol has a BING. Paula, BIN now. Oh, Carol has a bingo. Let's see. All right, Carol, 1, 2, 8, 13, and 24. Congratulations, Carol. All right, Carol is bingo number 3. And I saw somebody, Stephanie also has a bingo. Let's see, Stephanie, where are you? Oh, Leslie, I found your name. It's at the very top of the next page where the heading should be. All right, here's Stephanie. Sorry about that. Let's see. 1, 3, 21, 24, and 30. Well, have you been sleeping, Stephanie? I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, number 3 was the last one, so you were good. I was thinking over here you had all these numbers go. I can tease her because she's my helper. Congratulations, Steph. Do you want the consolation prize there? That was after the 8 was placed, so it doesn't count. Oh, no, it does count. Because, oh, I see what you did. No. That's okay. It still counts. If the number's down, it counts. So you're good. Do you want the consolation prize or do you want to continue for the next bingo? Let me know. Number 3, consolation. Let me know. Let me know what you want to do. Yeah, Leslie, so funny. I turned the next page and there you are at the very top where the heading is on the first page. So I just totally blew it. All right. Congratulations, Carol. And let me know, Steph, what you want to do. Yeah, if the number's down, that's why I kind of wait a little bit, just because I'm like, sometimes I could have 5 numbers down and somebody hit bingo way back here. So I try to slow. We'll play on. Okay, perfect, Steph. All right, congratulations. So Steph plays on Carol number 3. Yay. All right, the next card, last card, you guys. It is only 7:15 here. I know it's late there. This is a fast card, but I love it. I've had it planned for a while. Actually, my upline did a card kind of like this, and I absolutely loved it. So hers is quite a bit different. She didn't have the banner. She had a few other things, but I thought this was so cute, and I love this banner. This banner comes from, let me show you. I thought I pulled it out. Okay, I thought I pulled it out. Is it lovely or ain't? No. Oh goodness, I wrote it. Okay, it is in the description below. I wrote it down. Paradise Garden, I think. But it's written down below. The banner is in that. And I forgot to put Spotlight in Nature because I used that too. And I don't remember if I put it on there. But I always take my washi tape, you guys have seen me, and put it on paper. Okay, I put it on white cardstock, and that is just the easiest way. And then I add a flower on the inside. And so, love the colors on card number 3. Oh, good. All right, so here's your kit. It's going to be simple. Yay, we love simple, right? So let's move everything off and start on the inside. Everything over. Watch out, you've got your gems in there, which now obviously are retired. I say obviously, but I will still use what I've got because I love them. Thanks, Stacy, I appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna take our white, again, 4 1/8, 5 3/8, 4 by 5 1/4, my normal usual measurements that I like so much. I really like the DSP to kind of be part of the star of the card. So usually if you see my cards with the same pattern layout on front, is because I really like the paper. I want to see the paper, and then that's what I end up doing. So, and then we're also going to take our rose right here. Where is my pokey tool? Okay. And I don't have adhesive on this one. Sometimes I do. Some of them I did. So check yours. You may have adhesive on the back. Just because I cut a lot out and then I put them on. And so I'm going to use liquid. And I'm just going to put mine just like that. Okay. Now remember, it's not adhering to the washi tape. The washi tape is already adhered to the cardstock, which is the basic white. And I've shown that in previous videos on the Extraordinary Flora. You can find it, all the links below to the products. And then you can search for that video and it'll show you how I do my washi tape. Let's bring in, of course, where'd my mat go? Put it here. I'm so glad you guys like the cards. I have got some great ideas for May's Bingo with all of the new product. It will be new product. All right. So there's that one. Now we're going to take this with our eyelet embossing folder. And again, we're going to use glue. I'm doing just glue this time because we have a little bit of time to layer everything up and do some stamping. So this will hold. I love doing liquid glue for embossing folders because I want to make sure that it's got a good grasp of flat. And this one's fairly flat, so I probably could have just used seal, but I like to make sure that that glue really gets into the grooves and sticks. So this we can actually go ahead and put on the cardstock. I mean on our card base. We know what this orange means, right? It appears during every video. I honestly think it does. Oh, we may be lucky. I might have just made it. All right, so we're going to put this on here. Lisa, I was laughing about you talking about, can I still pay for bingo? Yes, Gwen, I'll still send you the kits and you can still participate in the last bingo. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Okay, so there's that one. Let's go ahead and stamp and get our stamping done. Lisa, I had to laugh. I was thinking you were talking about your eyes. I have terrible, terrible eyes. I have terrible vision. I have for a long time. At one point, actually, my contacts, they could not go any stronger. This has been a while. Now they've really come a long way. Thank goodness. So I understand with, I mean, I don't have cataracts or glaucoma or anything like that yet, but all right. So this, thank you. You'll notice I still put it on straight, even though the banner kind of curves, just angle it. It'll be just fine. So we're going to go, I still have a few kits, Gwen, so that's perfect. So if anybody is still interested, okay, I'm going to stamp this on my scratch paper because I don't have another banner ready to go and I want to make sure my ink is inky. And I think I've used this a couple of times. I like to make sure, see it's got little white there, that's looking better. Sometimes, if you don't use a stamp for a while, see that looks much better. So that's what I want to do. I like to just stamp it just to make sure I get a good image. There we go. All right, so there's that. At the beginning, I showed you last month, I have a few kits left if anybody is interested. I think I've sold a couple today, but I think I had like 5 or 6. Because as you know, I usually make so many and then that's when I cut it off because I don't make, my kits take a while to make. So I don't make them like cut it off last week and make them for this week to send because that would never happen. That's just too many. All right. So this right here, I like to take out the little chads that didn't fall out. So make sure you get those out. I love that these dies are staying around for a while longer. Love, love, love them. All right, so we're going to pop this up is the first thing we're going to do is take our circle and we're going to use a few of these. So let's just put these on. I tend to do it like I go across from each other just so I know, okay, that's even. And then I'm just going to put one in the middle. And I'm going to put that right about, I want it towards the top a little bit. So we're going to do it there. That looks good to me. And some people get like, oh, that should have been straight up in the middle. And that doesn't bother me so much because we're going to put so much stuff on, you're not even going to know. Not even going to know. All right, and then we're going to add our sentiment and just go across. So we don't want to go all the way to the edge because it's going to hang over a little bit. So take your dimensionals and, okay, figure out your card. My poor son, his power went out last night. And the older son was a little freaked out because there was no power, so he ended up going to sleep with Mom. So my son said, okay, I'll go sleep in your bed then. Well, as soon as he got in bed, the power came back on. But it was all out for a while. All right, so I'm just looking at my card. I'm going to put these here so you can kind of see which goes where. That goes up here. This goes up here. This goes down here. And this goes up here. So that one, and this one. Okay, so this is what you want. These 3 down here, these 4 up here. Obviously, that's just how I do it, so you don't have to. Let's see. This is Summer Splash. Is that what it is? The one that's leaving. I'm so sad because I love this color. Summer Splash is leaving. Magoo. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Lisa. That is so funny. All right, so we're gonna do that. Now we're gonna start popping things up on here, okay? So this one's gonna go on here. So you're gonna want a dimensional on this leaf, this one that's on here. You don't really need one here. I mean, if you did, you would want two because, let's see, this one. Because it's hanging off, this already has a dimensional, so you would really need two. I don't think you really need it, but you do want to glue this. All right, so I'm going to put this one right here. I did a little bit of glue on there. You want to make sure your dimensional, you just slide it up. You don't have to have it all the way on, okay? But your glue you want on. And I notice I didn't push that down because we're going to now take this one and I'm going to put it towards the back right here because we're going to tuck this in anyway and get that tucked in right there. If you feel the need, you could add a little one under here if you wanted, but I don't think you need to. But this one, I'm going to move it back just a little bit. Okay, move it back. I'm going to move it under the little stem. Okay, I'll show you. Hold on a second. there you go. So I'm going to move that under the little stem right there. Do you see it? And then that way this will go down on top of it because there's plenty of real estate to put that on. All right, then this one, oh, I think this is too big. We can cut another one. Let's cut this half of one here on the edge. They come in handy. A little bigger. Oh, it's a little bigger than a half. Okay, let's do this. I always clean my scissors when I'm done anyway, so if they get sticky on them, it's all right. All right, so we're going to slide that in. Like right there. Okay, so there's that one. Now, I always start with the large one, so we're going to put this right here. Okay, so I put the T and the H kind of in between. And again, you don't have to put, unless you want to put two on there, and you can. I am going to put a dimensional right here, right there, above the T and the H. Okay, so we know that's going to stay there. I lightly put it in there. We're going to put this one. Make sure my white doesn't show. This one's going to go right here. Again, lightly laying it in there. This one is going to go right here. And notice I'm putting these leaves on top of this. It's just going to be kind of laying in there. And this one's going to go kind of straight up. I think I'm going to move this one a little facing downward and then bring this one in. There we go. So kind of like that. And then we're going to take this leaf, and this one's going to be on top back here. And we are going to put, now this one I am going to put two dimensionals on. Let's see if I can do one, do the big ones. Oh yeah, that's way over. We're going to do two, and I think I am going to because this is on the edge. So I like to pile these up right even with each other. And I'm going to do another one because it's going to be, needs to stick to something. This one, I'm going to add mini ones together. So let's get those. Here's my minis. Wrong way. Mini. So what I like to do is I'll just pick it up, put it on top of one that's going to be easy to get to. This one right here. Okay, close enough. And then pick it up. So it's got two, okay, because you've got this up and this up. So we're just going to go and put this right underneath. Pull that off. and there it sticks, okay? And then we'll worry about that one in a minute if you think you need to have it. This one we do, because it's going to be sticking out. This is coming up. Notice, remember, we put the dimensional down here, okay? So if you wanted to, you could put glue under this. I don't think it's going anywhere, so I'm not going to worry about it. But we want to be able to push that down enough, and it's too far. It's too close to the edge. So now we're going to go back, which is why you don't want to put it all the way to the end anyway. All right, this one, I'm good with this, and this, that one I am good with. Okay, and so if you feel the need to put one under this, you can't. I mean, it's fairly firm right there, so you really don't have to. Extraordinary floor die is one die that cuts all the flower washi tape. Yes, yes, that is correct. What is the color of the blue? Yeah, so yes, the Extraordinary Floral, you take the washi tape, and I have it on a video. You take the washi tape and you put it on white cardstock, and then you take one die and it aligns up, and you'll see on the washi tape there's like a white space that you'll know that this is your color. They've got these colors, and then you've got some that are kind of these tones, and you can use one die cuts out 2 pieces of flour. So let me show you. Let me grab something. And I've shown this before, but this is what I did. I took one roll and cut. And this is what I did with it, is I put it in these containers, and from Stampin' Storage, I have shelves that hold this. But this is what your washi tape looks like, okay? And then this is your one color and your second color. Okay, and then, so you'll see you'll have a space in between on your washi tape, and that is your one full section. And then your die will cut this, and then it will cut, I think it cuts, yeah, this and then this. And so you'll have these in here, you know, that you can, I cut them in half for whatever colors that I needed. And then I cut them all out, and we put them, I think Stephanie also helped me cut these. And then I put them in here, so they're easy to do because I love these. I will not get rid of this set. And so if I need a quick card, I could just pull this out and make myself a card with whatever I need, which is kind of what I did here. I've been wanting to make this, and I don't remember. Yeah, I think she did use this too, but that's what I wanted to do. So, all right, so now we're going to take our sparkle, low profile sparkle, I think they are, which I think they're already gone. And we're going to put those on here, but they match this set perfectly. So I need to start paying attention when things are leaving and go get them, because I really like these a lot. They have sparkles on them. Anyway, so there you go. That is card number 4. And now we have a bingo to do, but look how fast that was. Have your flowers ready to go. Make yourself a bunch of circles, labels, whatever, you know, sentiments that you have. And then you can, you know, put a card together fairly quickly. Sherry, you should do another class using it. You know what? I've thought about doing just like a washi class, like a washi tape class, because now we've got several options. So anyway, there is card 4. This was the bonus card. So if you started watching and you didn't see this, I did this on a previous video, so that's already out, but you will get this in your kit. Super, super cute card. This was going to be a swap card, and I changed my mind and decided to do it as bingo because I had enough swap cards and I love that card. So, all right, let's do our last bingo, everybody. Thanks, you guys. I'm glad you like it. All right, let's start again. Good luck. Number 10. Number 11. Remember, I go really fast at first. 25. 6. So yeah, my husband came in and I was looking up stuff and he was pulling stuff and organizing it, and it was so helpful. And I'm like, you don't know how helpful that was, because he's like, what else do you need me to do? Because he usually cuts DSP for me, but my flat rate boxes that I have going out are going to be in the larger, longer boxes. And so that way I don't have to, I can put 12 by 12s in there, because I do have some 12 by 12. Number 28. All right, lots of B's, some BI's. Ooh, BIN from Lisa. Okay, 13. $20. I am so excited for tomorrow. I have not looked at the paper. I put it in the sleeve and that's it. And now I need to put my dies and my stamp sets, organize them. Is Stampin' Up still going to carry the washi tape? It is for now, I think. I'm also hesitant buying stuff like that. Most times they stop carrying the item. You know what, Sherry? I like to, honestly, 2 rolls of that washi tape will last you a very, very long time. I think that bin was 1, maybe 2 rolls. I don't remember, but it wasn't much because I have more of it. Number 30. I have more of it because I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep that whole set because I really like it. Number 22. But they just came out with another washi tape too. So maybe that's something they're going to start doing. I mean, everybody's loving it. Number 7. I try not to be too hesitant on if I like something. So for example, and I'll talk about this tomorrow, but the new catalog, the way they're doing it, I'm thrilled with it because I tend to use what's current and what's new so that I can share it with you guys. And so you can see, what's current and new. And so it's hard. I don't go back to the old catalog because I've already done it, or everybody's already done it, once we use it for a while. 16. And so I like that they're doing this and changing it up. It's also nice that we can spread our money out instead of buying one huge catalog all at one time, which is nice. And I say all at one time, meaning when I do an unboxing, I like to get it so you guys know what to buy. Not everybody's taste is the same. And so I like to, get as much as I can that I know I'm going to use. 24. And I say that I know I'm going to use, and you guys know, if you've gotten my flat rate boxes, you know that there's brand new stuff in there. No, it has its own die, Sherry. And 21. So 24 and 21. It has its own die. And it is not one big die. It's individual. So you can just, take off what you need. You don't have to die cut the whole thing at one time. 23. And so, yeah, it's a little bit different, but it's a lot of greenery and leaves. It's very cool. Gosh, Steph and Marilyn both with the B-I-N-G. Well, that seemed like it went a lot faster this time, didn't it? All right, next one is 8. All right, Barb has a B-I-N-G. And number 4. Beverly's on with the B-I. Deb's on B-I. Carol B-I-N. Paula B-I-N. And 12. $19. All right, Carol has a B-I-N-G. All your questions are beautiful. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Ooh, lots of B-I-N-Gs now. All right. 27. Beverly, B-I-N. Rose, B-I-N-G. Gwen has a B-I-N-G. 29. Susan has a bingo. Let's see. Susan, we have 1, 10, 12. All right, hold on. I have a glare. 1, 10, 12. Oh, 12. Here we go. 25. 25 and 27. 27. Sue, that is a good bingo. Congratulations. You are bingo number 4. Yay. All right. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody. I hope you had a fantastic time playing. Was there anything I said I was going to show you or something? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think so, because I'm not showing you any other sneak peeks. I only showed you the Glimmer pen because I told you I would. And so tomorrow, but here's the Glimmer pen. It's very, very beautiful if you missed it. And here you go. Here's the, oops, wrong. Oh, see if you can see it better over here. No, I don't think so. No, let's see. Right here. Just in case you missed it earlier. So there is the Glimmer. Ooh, hold on. Here we go. It's very pretty. It's just like a Wink Estella, but it's got a beautiful color to it. So super fun. Oh, let's see. What a fun night. Beautiful cards. Thank you so much. You are welcome, Lisa. Thank you for another fantastic bingo. Jan, you are welcome, and happy birthday to Jan, everybody. It is Jan's birthday. Sorry, that just came to my head, Jan. So, Lisa, let me know. No, Linda, let me know if you're still here. Let me know what colors you want from these. Which ones you wanted. We have these are the new in color items and the new DSP paper. So let me know which one. This one's, let's see, where am I at? This one's pink and gold, and this one's blue and green. And you can, any two of them that you want, let me know which ones you want. Otherwise, tomorrow when they go in the mail, they'll go in. I'll pick 2 out for you. Let's see. Oh, you guys are welcome. Don't forget, there's a link below. I'm paying for bingo now. I'll have to start over with that. Oh, no problem, Gwen. Don't forget that next month there is no bingo. And in May, the bingo is going to be all new product. I'm so excited. All new product, asterisk, unless there's a gem or something that I absolutely feel like it has to be on it. But anyway, the stamp sets, bundles, that kind of stuff will be new. And I'm sure it's going to be new gems too. Hello, Marcie. Oh, Lori, welcome. Good. Thank you. I love them that you gave. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. All right. I think I might have answered everything. All right, everybody. So again, no video on Friday, but I will be here tomorrow, 4 o'clock Pacific time with an unboxing. And if Brewer is still here, I'll pop him in to say hi at the very beginning because he'll leave shortly after when his dad shows up. But he'll want to say hi. So I'll bring him in. He'll be like looking at himself. He'll think it's great. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 o'clock. See you then. Bye, everybody.